Welcome to the Ritual Notes, your devotional audio sanctuary. Come in. Let your shoulders loosen. Let the day slip off your skin. Breathe with me and sink into this ritual that's just for you. The bottle waits where I left it, glass catching the last of the candlelight. When I lift it, warmth gathers in the curve of my palm. The oil inside moves with the slow grace of syrup, thick and golden. It smells of apple peel and cloves with the faint shadow of cinnamon. It smells like November. Outside, rain still murmurs along the gutters, patient as a lullaby. Inside, everything gleams. Wood, glass, the tiny pool of light we've built between storms. I tip the bottle and watch one drop travel down its side, lingering before it falls. There's a kind of gratitude in that hesitation. Even gravity can be gentle. I pour a small measure into my hands. It pools there like a captured sunset. For a breath, I just hold it, feeling the heat from my skin coax it warmer. Confidence begins in the waiting. If you were near, I'd tilt my hands towards you and whisper, "See how even stillness glows when you give it time." I rub my palms together until the oil hums faintly. It's the sound of readiness. When I touch my shoulders, the warmth spreads slowly, seeping into the quiet places the water couldn't reach. Every motion writes the same word on my skin. Thank you. Thank you for carrying. Thank you for staying. Thank you for not giving up when the world asked you to hurry. Autumn has its own vocabulary of care. The trees know it. They let go of what they've made without bitterness, trusting that the roots remember. I try to learn from them how to release without regret, how to shine while softening. If you were here, I'd ask you what you would set down if you believed the ground would hold it. The scent rises as I move. Spice, wood, a breath of smoke where the candle sighs. I press the oil along the curve of my arm, across the small territories of muscles that keep me upright. Each touch is deliberate, each stroke an offering. My body answers in warmth, in ease, in that low hum that means yes. I think about how often I've measured myself by what I can produce, and how rarely by what I can feel. Tonight, production has no place here. Tonight, the measure is presence. This oil isn't a reward, it's a gentle reminder. Gratitude is not something you perform, it's something you allow. Outside, the wind stirs the remaining leaves. Their dry applause rattles the window pane. I smile because it sounds like encouragement. I move to my neck, to the hollow just below the ear where my pulse meets the air. The oil gathers light there, small constellations forming and fading with each breath. If you were close enough to see them, I'd ask you, what stars do you follow when the daylight fails? Perhaps they are the small human ones, the faces, the voices, the gestures that guided you here. We live by those constellations more than any sky. My hand finds my heart. The oil slicks across it, heat against my heartbeat. The rhythm feels ancient, older than any season or name. It keeps time with the rain, with the rise and fall of candles' flame. I whisper another thanks, this one wordless, carried entirely in breath. The kind of gratitude that needs no witness, only willingness. I reach for the cloth that waits beside me and press it lightly where the shine turns to shimmer. This gesture isn't about wiping away, it's about sealing in. The fabric drinks what it needs and leaves the rest. Balance again, always balance. The bottle is half empty now. The remaining oil glows like late afternoon through amber glass. I set it down gently, as it deserves rest too. The air around me hums with fragrance and with proof of attention. I feel heavier and lighter all at once, weighted by calm and lifted by knowing. Outside, the rain has quieted to mist. Somewhere, a single leaf drifts past the window, spinning as it falls. It doesn't resist, it simply moves. That's the lesson the season keeps whispering to me. Movement doesn't always mean striving. Sometimes it's surrender in its most graceful form. If you were beside me, I'd ask you to place your hand over mine and feel the warmth still living there. I'd say this is what gratitude feels like when it takes form. Not grand, not loud, just steady. I pull the blanket from the chair, drape it over my shoulders and stand. The fabric soaks in the scent of spice and oil. It feels like being held by the evening itself. In the mirror, the candlelight turns everything to bronze. The room, the reflection, even the quiet space between us. Later, I'll choose the layers that match this steadiness. Silk, satin perhaps, something that listens when I move. But for now, the ritual ends here. With warmth that doesn't need proof, with gratitude that smells faintly of fruit and firelight, with a promise that care will continue. I blow out one candle. The others stay, small suns keeping vigil. The smoke curls upward, a visible thank you to the dark. When you return, bring the part of you that longs to pause. I'll bring the flame. Between us, we'll keep the cold at the door.
Thank you for sinking into this ritual with me. If you'd like to read the written version or experience the live ritual, everything is waiting for you in the links in my bio. And if you want more rituals, more softness, more moments like this, you can subscribe before you go. Until next time, move gently.